The lake cabin had always been our sanctuary. It's nestled in the pines, with a private dock stretching into the water. It was the place my wife and I escaped to whenever life in the city grew too heavy. The cabin had been in her family for decades, and after a recent break-in attempt, she decided to change the lock on the front gate for extra security. It seemed like a simple, common-sense decision, till Karen from the Homeowners Association got involved. Karen, the self-appointed queen of the Lakeside HOA, believed she had authority over everything within shouting distance. She spotted my wife working with the locksmith one afternoon and stormed over, demanding to know why the gate was being altered without her approval. My wife calmly explained that it was our private gate, not the HOA's, and that safety came first. Karen didn't like that answer. She puffed herself up, muttered about rules, and then stomped back down the gravel path, phone in hand. Minutes later, the sheriff's cruiser rolled up, lights flashing. Karen had actually called 911. She told dispatch that my wife was tampering with community property and threatening neighborhood safety. By the time I arrived from town, 2 deputies were speaking with her while my wife stood bewildered near the gate. Holding the new lock in her hand, I walked straight to the officers and laid out the facts. The deed, the property line, and the history of that gate, which had always been privately maintained by my wife's family. I even showed them paperwork from the county confirming that the road and gate were outside HOA jurisdiction. The deputies looked over the documents, nodded, and then turned their attention back to Karen. What happened next made her jaw drop. The deputies told her, in no uncertain terms, that filing false claims and wasting emergency resources was a serious matter. They warned her that if she continued to harass us or interfere with our property rights, she could be facing legal consequences. Karen sputtered, turned red, and tried to argue, but the officers cut her short. They suggested she head home before she embarrassed herself further. When the cruiser finally pulled away, leaving Karen fuming on her porch, my wife and I shared a long breath of relief. The new lock clicked into place that evening, and the cabin felt more secure than ever. What shocked us wasn't Karen's antics we'd come to expect them, but the rare moment of justice when authority actually sided with common sense and fairness. For once, the bully didn't win, and peace at the lake was restored.